Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Nakwambia kimeumana as OMTATA, together with other Kenyans, they have decided to petition and question the loan that we are being told that Kenya is busy paying. According to the argument of OMTATA, he is alleging that we as Kenyans, we don't have any loan to pay.
And people have said Kenya, in fact, if you look at the figures, Kenya has overpaid its debt. We do not owe anybody anything. We have overpaid our debt by more than a trillion shillings. So, if you look at the figures in terms of what we have legitimately borrowed and what the government has been paying over the years, when you do a balance sheet, you find that we have overpaid the debt.
So this money that keeps going out, Senator,
when we pay, they don't destroy, they don't subtract from what has been borrowed. Those are the things we want. And these are the questions. Slamo like Kamau Thuge, Professor Ndungu, you have got Rotich, you have got Ruto, you have got UHURU. These are the questions.
And the loan that was taken during the Mwai Kibaki's time, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's time, and William Ruto's time has been paid fully. And so these leaders, they are just fooling us in the name of debt, but this money is direct to their pockets.
Here we are looking at theft on the side of revenue, not on the side of expenditure. Theft through the budget. When you talk of budgeted corruption. Yes. So this money is usually approved, is usually tied to projects, and you can be able to follow from the budget. You can go down and follow each project and audit it. And that's what the work the auditor general is supposed to be doing. And so what I was looking here, what I was trying to demonstrate here is the fact that from my figures, Kenya does not have a debt.
How? You've just told us, Senator, that they have been under each, that ministries are the ones who borrow Kenya.
Yes.
And that you will then be able to see that monies having come in can be applied to different ministries, and that you will then be able to see in documentation what projects then received or would have received money.
Yes.
How do we then say that Kenya doesn't owe if you can see those lines?
Simple. The reason I'm saying that is very simple. From my research, you'll find that when President Kibaki left office, the public debt was about 2.7 trillion. When you look at the various appropriation acts over the last 10 years, from 2014 to November 30th last year, 2024, you find that Parliament approved about 2.3 trillion, which really fits in our borrowing culture. 2.7 handed over from the 50 years.
2.3,
2.3 over the 10 years, a bit high, but
OMTATA, together with others, they are questioning 6.8 trillion debt as they have decided to sue Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the former president of the Republic of Kenya, and the current president, William Samoei Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, before you continue, as you always do, ensure you like the video. And like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like.
There's another form of admission that it is a bit scattered, but she's sort of admitting that money cannot be accounted for. Yeah. There's an admission that money cannot be accounting for. That's what we agree on. But I'm saying that, why is it coming so late in the day after Kenyans are complaining and what have you? She's not playing politics. And then you go and give us a report covering Uhuru Kenyatta and you leave out Ruto.
But the odious debts that we speak of did not begin with UHURU or Ruto, did it?
Enormously began with the enormity of it is that our debt up to when Kibaki left was 2.7 trillion.
Yes.
Right now we're about 12 trillion, depending on according, and you have said it's about 12 trillion. Now that spike in borrowing has happened under the Jubilee government and under the Kenya Kwanza government. And that's why you've seen in my petition, I'm suing Uhuru Kenyatta for a recovery of about 4.6 trillion. And I'm suing William Ruto for a recovery of about 2.3 trillion. So that's how we come up with 6.9 trillion, 4.6 and 2.3. That is 6.9 trillion that I've been able to trace in the Treasury's books that was borrowed under their watch, under their command, outside the law, and it cannot be seen what it has done. And I'm saying, Mr. Ruto, Mr. Uhuru, give us back this money. And I've attached your officials there who are working with you, the cabinet secretaries, the PSS and stuff like that. So I'm saying, Mr. Ruto, Mr. Uhuru, give us back this money. We need it. The 6.9 trillion, we need it. That's what I've been able to establish from the treasury side of things. But then, of course, as I said, this other 6.1, which is even to me still a mystery because still in the central bank side, I've not been able to, because the central bank doesn't publish its accounts as much as the treasury is doing. And also you'll find that to the benefit of people who do this, the treasury has to try to be faithful to in terms of publishing the accounts monthly. They do that. And they do a words and all. They give us a words and all image of what is happening.
So there's nothing hidden.
From the treasury side.
It is up to you.
It's up to us to decipher it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, now, according to OMTATA, he is alleging that since William Ruto took over, there's certain misinformation that William Ruto's government is busy feeding Kenya or Kenyans with, which it is not true. Because when look at the monies that William Ruto has collected in terms of taxes, the monies that William Ruto has collected in terms of loans and borrowing, then when you calculate and you see, there is a big gap. Now, as High Court has decided to accept this petition filed by the human rights, OMTATA, and the former president, and 21 others are going to be respondents. Now, the petitioner is led by OMTATA, together with others, other 8. Then the 22 respondents are, number 1, the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. Number 2, William Ruto, that is going to lead the national executive, the cabinet secretary, the principal, and others, 22 of them. Then the 11 interested parties are the Senate of Kenya, Law Society of Kenya, Katiba Institute, Kenya Human Rights Commission, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, Transparency International, the Institute for Social Accountability, and others. So OMTATA, 8 others, filed fresh suit over Ruto's odious debts. Now, when you look at the argument of OMTATA, I can tell you where I'm sitting. There's something sensible that if you can listen to OMTATA, kuna sense, and we are being fooled.
Under President Ruto, that's from 2022 when he took over, already 2,325,905,200 shillings has been taken outside the law. We have a program-based budgeting process whereby when money is borrowed, it's tied to a project. These trillions of shillings, more than 6 trillion, cannot be traced in government documents. I've taken my time from October last year, pouring over thousands of documents that I got from the website of the Treasury, Central Bank, Control of Budget, and all these people. And I cannot trace where this money went. I can see where the 2-point-something trillion that the Parliament approved is clearly seen where it went. This money cannot be traced in the economy. To make matters worse, Madam Speaker, not a single domestic debt is approved by Parliament. Not a single one. All those billions. Look at the Appropriation Act. There's none. It's somehow that the executive does not implement the budget. Because when you look at the statement of annual revenue and actual revenue and net expenditure, which is published monthly, at the end of every month, the statement of actual revenue and net expenditure. That's why you encounter this animal called the domestic debt. If you look at the budget, there's no domestic debt. Treasury bills are a legitimate form of, treasury bills are supposed to act like an overdraft. Where there's a delay by the Treasury, by the KRA to submit enough money to government, the government should issue treasury bills to fill up the gap, but the treasury bills by law must be paid within 12 months.
Hii pesa tunadanganywa deni tunalipa. Lakini unapata pesa mingi inaenda kwa mfuko ya watu in the name of debt. So they are enjoying our money in the name of paying debt. So when I was just listening to OMTATA, I realized that there's something that we want to know about the debts watu wanachukua, kwa sababu according to OMTATA, Mwai Kibaki left it at 2.7 or 2.9 trillion Kenyan shillings. Now as we speak, it is almost 12 trillion. Inafanya kazi gani? What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.